The lies you've been told about the tax code. And yep, your old buddy Josh is even falling for it until I saw this today. And I'm freaking so pissed off, I'm not going to lie to you. This is nuts. You're going to be mad, and well, you should be. And hopefully, we especially if you're on the right, as I am, hopefully you scream bloody murder at these Republican politicians to say, you guys suck. I can't vote for the Democrats. I can't. But look, I'm white, dude. I'm straight, I'm white, I'm Christian, I got 4 kids. The Democrat has they don't want anything to do with my kind. Let's just put it that way. I'm literally verboten on the Democratic Party. They don't want straight, look, they want the uber wealthy Jeremy Granthams of the world, I get that. They don't want just some working guy, dude, with children. It's just, they don't want us. They hate us with a passion. And I can't join a party that actively encourages my replacement, and we know this for a fact. It's not just whites, my friends. If you're black, middle income American as well, and a man who doesn't kowtow to their freaking ways of doing business, they don't want you either. In fact, they hate you more than they hate me because they think they should be able to tell you what to do. But some of you guys have the guts to stand up for yourselves and say, no, it's coming more every day, which is why they had to take out Trump. But anyway, it's crazy. So I wish there was a populist candidate who say, we're going to make sure that the middle income, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm upper income, man. I'll tell you where I'm at, and you'll be stunned. But I'm not always like that, and I haven't always been like that. I certainly wasn't raised like that. Just the last couple of years I am. And it's amazing. I love it. Could not be more gratified, or grateful. But that doesn't mean it's going to last. Anyway, so I wish there was a guy who said, yeah, we don't like abortion. We got no problem with gays, people being gay, but we don't want that stuff promoted. We want to promote families, dude. And gays can't have families. Can they adopt kids? Yeah, that's fine. But we don't want to promote it as if it's common, because it's just not. Come on, stupid. Doesn't mean we go after these people and throw them in jail and throw them off buildings. But it just means, look, man, there's a certain level of society that has to run, and that's the nuclear family. It's nuts. This is even debatable. And there's a clown on here who says, Black Lives Matter never said they were against a nuclear family. I said, are you freaking, can people just pull their head out of their butts for 2 seconds, look around and tell which way is east? Gosh. The nuclear family is what drives prosperous, safe societies. Destroy the nuclear family and you're going to get a clusterfuck, which is exactly the point of the Marxist. This is what BLM does. It's not because they want black lives, because they are Marxist, as the BLM founder said. All right, so let's go to the Tax Foundation, purportedly some righties. I got lots to say on this, so we'll, again, divide this up to videos. And this is from Dateline just the other day. I did another video on this earlier today, but we're going to show you here right quick. So we're just going to go down here. Oh, that's not, I want to go this one right here. Summary of the latest tax income data. All right, so the lies they tell you. Now, I'm just going to go straight to the charts, all right? We're going to show you right here. High income taxpayers paid the highest average income tax rates. Oh my goodness, look at this. The top 1% paid 26% average effective tax rate. The bottom 50% paid 3.1. So the top 1 paid a quarter of all their income went to taxes. The bottom 50% paid 3.1. We're going to come back to this because this just so errors of omission, lies by omission, all right? High income taxpayers pay the majority of federal income taxes. All right, so high income taxpayers paid right here 42.3% if you're in the top, what was that, 1%, I think. Yeah, top 1%. So total share of gross income, high income taxpayers, the top 1% made 22% of gross income, and they paid 42.3% of federal income taxes. Oops, I don't want that. Federal income taxes. What is a federal income tax? What is not federal income tax? FICA. FICA is not federal income tax. 7.65 for Social Security on both sides. And by the way, that stops at like 145. So I'm actually coming around to get rid of the cap. That hurt me. I make more than 155. It hurt me. But the facts are, and I'll probably show this in a different video, but you got to raise the cap, dude, 100%. Or eliminate the cap for Social Security taxation. Because notice, federal income taxes. FICA is not a federal income tax. So what they're going to say is look, The bottom 50% only pay 3.1% of the average income tax rates, and they only pay, what do they say? The bottom 50% only pays 2.3% of federal income tax. That's not FICA, you freaking liars, and you know this. You know that's not FICA. Why are you doing this? I can't. How can I freaking trust anything that comes out of these guys' mouths with these errors of omission? I hate it. You know that doesn't include FICA. And you act as if they're only paying 2.3%, the bottom 50%, and the rich people are paying all the taxes. The rich people aren't paying all that much of FICA because there's a cap. So the rich make only less than a quarter of the total income, the top 1%, and they're paying 40% of total income taxes. That's not fair. Let's keep going. Top 1% shares of income taxes has increased over time from 34% to 42%. Okay. Bottom 50% has decreased over time from 5% to 3%. Oh my goodness, you see, the rich are paying more. Let's keep going. And this is one, Rush Limbaugh. Look, Rush Limbaugh fell for this crap too. This one, a huge area of disagreement I had with Rush Limbaugh. He fell for it. He goes, how can he rob from the poor and give to the rich? And it's a great observation Rush did. He goes, you can't rob from the poor and give to the rich because the poor inherently are poor. It's a great observation. I always like that. It's a good point. You're not robbing from the poor and giving to the rich. You're actually giving to the rich is what we're doing. I mean, that's just all there is to it. And so here's what they're going to say. The top 1% share of AGI fluctuates with the business cycle. Does it now? Does it? Huh. So if you just, I mean, they had a couple years where it went up, it's bouncing around a little bit, but so we went from 18% share of the AGI, the top, so we'll see right here. Oh, let me just go back. The top 1% share of the AGI fluctuates with the business cycle. It doesn't look like it fluctuates that much since Obama took office. It looks like it's been going steadily like that. But even here it's about 18, 17 and a half, and now it's at friggin' 22 and a half. So we had one, so it was this based on the leverage that they had. And then we bailed them out. They went from 23% of the total AGI down to freaking 18% or 17%, and we bailed them out. And now look where we are here. And yet the bottom 50%, I mean, see how they, again, an error of omission. The top 1% share of AGI fluctuates. You can't, I used to buy all this crap. I did. Here's the bottom 50%. Yeah, it's not fluctuating at all. It's going one direction. That's south in the red right there. Went from 15% to less than 10%, about 10%. So it's got the bottom 50% of Americans' share of the income, of AGI, adjusted gross income, went down from 15 to 10%. That's a 50% decline. Now, I did a video just a couple hours ago about how AGI doesn't include, depending on your Social Security, in terms of Roth IRAs and stuff, there are things in AGI that's not included for a lot of lower income taxpayers, transfer payments. It doesn't matter because we're talking so small potatoes relative to what the big guys are making. Oh boy. Anyway, so right here, you can see 15% in 2001. Went down to 10% in 2022. 22? Supposed to cry for the top 1%, went from 17.5 to 22. Yeah, I'm not crying. All right, let's keep going. I guess that's it. So, but I want, all right, so yeah, that's it right here. So now I want to go into the 0.1%. All right, so we're gonna go straight to the horse's mouth. So I download this stuff. And we're going to show you a couple of things here. Average income tax rate, bottom 50%, 3.1, top 1%, 26%. We're going to talk about that. Share of adjusted gross income, bottom 50% made $10 for every $100 of AGI in the United States. And they only paid 2.3% of that income taxes. Whereas the top 1% made, they got $22 of every $100 AGI in the United States, and they paid 42% of total taxes. Okay, that doesn't tell the whole story. So let's watch this. We're gonna go right here. This is in 2001. The top 1% paid 33.2%. That was the total income tax share. Now we go over here, and they're paying 42.3. Wow, so they've gone up by a third. That's great. Look, they're getting crushed. The bottom 50% paid 4.9, and now they're paying 2.3. So they went down by 50%. So the top 1%, their share of income tax of total AGI went up by, 33%. The bottom 50% went down by 50%. You're saying, see, the rich are paying their fair share. No. Top 1% AGI share, 17.4 in 2001. What's it now? 22.2. Saturn went up by about 25%. So their share of AGI went up. This is only income. This doesn't include wealth, only income. It went up by 25%. The bottom 50% share of AGI went from 14.4 to 10.2, as I just showed you. So yes, the share of AGI of tax share went up. Well, the share of the income went up for the top 1% as well. It's going to get worse here in just a second. So, la-di-da! Who would have thought? So I'm supposed to cry over that? Hell no. Average income tax rate in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is the TCGA. So it did help the bottom half, 4% to 3.1. And top went from 26.8 to 26, so no big deal. So the average income tax for the lower income tax earners did go down, the average income tax they had to pay. All right, we're not done yet, so let's keep going here. All right, so now we're going to get to 0.1%, which just started in 2001. All right, so we got 1981, the beginning of the Reaganomics. We got 94 million tax returns filed. All right, everybody with me so far? Number of federal income tax returns filed, 1981, 94 million. The top 1%, well, inherently, they had 946,000 of those because that's in thousand, right? The bottom 50% had half of the top, half of the whole thing. Everybody with me on that? So we have 946,000 for the top 1%. 946 taxpayers are in the top 1%, and 47 million in the bottom 50%. Everybody with that so far? All right, let's keep going. So now we're going to come down to 1981. We had, again, how many tax returns do we have? 1981. We had 946,000 tax returns filed by the top 1%. In 1981, they had $1.79 trillion, $1.79 trillion of AGI. So I can't remember how many tax returns I just said, but whatever. 1.79. How many did the bottom 50% have in income? 318 billion. Huh? So these guys had 6 times the top 1%. Or I'm sorry, 149, excuse me. We had a total of 1.79, excuse me. So the top 1% had $149 billion of income. The bottom 50% had freaking, what did I say, 318 billion. So they had, the top 1% had about a little bit less than half of the total income of the bottom 50%. All right, everybody with me on so far? Let's keep going. Whoa, what happened? Whoa. 1,748 billion. You'll see this change right there. But 1988, the top 1% overtook the bottom 50% in total income, total AGI in 1988, the end of the Reagan term. Look at that. They went from 138 billion to 288 billion, less than half of what the bottom had. So again, in 1980, the top 1% had less than half the income of the bottom 50%. In 1988, the top 1% had more income than the bottom 50%. Let's keep going. In 2000, the top 1% had almost a little bit less than half, of twice that of the bottom 50%. The top 1%, 1.3 trillion, the bottom 834 billion. And if we look at that, 288, oh, now I gotta get my, do I have it? No, I'm gonna go get my calculator. Hold on a second. We got 138 is our present value. We got 1337 is our future value. 20 years and 0 payment. That's 12% a year of income the top 1% was making. All right, so let's go to 288 is our present value. And we got 834. 834 is our future value. That's 5.5%. Oh, yes, it doesn't stop there. Now we go to 2001, where we got actually the 0.1%. 0.1%. So if you look at this table, you'll see 0.1%. How many? There's 119,000 tax returns filed for the 0.1% in 2001. All right, 119,000 tax returns. They made $492 billion in that year. The bottom 50% didn't even make twice that of the top 0.1%. It's just income, not net worth, not wealth, income. Let's keep going. The top 0.1% in 2020 made more than the bottom 50 flipping percent in 2020. The top 1% made well more than twice the bottom 50%. In 2020, the top 1.1% made $1.4 trillion in AGI. Only 150,000 of that is subject to FICA. I get it. There is some Medicare stuff. I get all that. It ain't much. How many tax returns were filed for the top 0.1%? 157,000. 157,000 tax returns. They made $1.4 trillion. I mean, what? So we take. I don't even know how you do that. 1.4 trillion. 1,419,000. That's million. That's, there you go. Divide by 100 and what we say, 141,000 tax returns. So no, we said how many tax returns were there? 157,000 tax returns. Is that right? Might not be doing this right. I think it might be right. Equals that divided by that. So what their average income is 90 million. Is that right? 9 million, something like that. So 9 million. I can't. I guess. But 9 million is their average income, and the ungodly amount of that is not being subject to FICA. I mean, look at this. So the bottom 50% went from over 40 years, 288. So we'll change the 40N to the present value is 1.276 future value. They've averaged 3.79% growth over those times. The top, because we can only go back here to, but yeah, look, freaking 138. They went from 138 present value to 2781 future value. Wait, did I do that right? 138 present value, 2781 future value, 40 years. Yeah, they like almost quadrupled, but almost tripled what the bottom 50% made. I mean, how do you? I need to graph that. Let me see. I want to see. Quick and easy graph here. I can work on it, but I'm not going to right now. So here's. I mean, and if you do a net of, we can do whatever we want, but it's like inflation. I mean, look at that, dude. I mean, 1276 is who again? Right there. 1276, the bottom 50%. 1419 is who? 1419. 112533. Who's that? 12. Wait, is that? No, we don't want that one. I screwed that up. Screwed that one right there. What's that? 11257. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, right here. Yeah, we don't want that. We want so the top. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Hold on a second. We want to get to 1419. That's what we want. 1419. So right there is the top 0.1%. Right there is the bottom 50%. And yet these guys at the tax foundation. Look, Josh. Look, their income. Look, they're paying so much more in tax. Yeah, if you take out FICA, you know that. I mean, these guys know what they're doing. Look, half the taxpayers paid 100% of federal income tax. Yeah, if you take out friggin' FICA. Look, Josh. Look, their top share has increased over time, but pretend this bottom line doesn't exist. Look, Josh, the top share's income fluctuates with the business cycle. They're more risky endeavors. Yeah, they get bailed out. The bottom 50% just went down. It's wrong, man. It's wrong. I'm telling you right now. It's freaking wrong. It pissed me off. Now, I was a sucker for it. The top 1% pays 50% of the income tax. It's not fair. Well, yeah. And top 1%, guess what else they can do? They can lobby to get bailouts. They can lobby to freaking force you to take their products. They can have insider trading with freaking Nancy Pelosi. It is what it is, man. I'll never vote for the Democrats, but if the Republicans don't start offering something a little bit more secure, then maybe I'll do. I'll tell you how to fix the Social Security. Hold on a second.